Karyan, right when things starts improving, discipline suddenly feels hard again. You were doing well, you were focused, you were consistent, and then suddenly resistance come back. Distraction increases, energy feels lower, and you start thinking, what happened to me? But here is the truth. Nothing went wrong. You have entered the dip. Yesterday in day 10, we spoke about the first breakthrough. You began to notice small changes, more clarity, better focus, less resistance, and that felt good. But today, we understand something deeper. Every growth journey has a phase where things feels difficult again. This is not a failure. This is a part of the process. Namaste Karyans. I am Vanita Ganeshmurthy DGVG, your Vedic Productivity Coach and the founder of Karyasiddi Productivity Hub. You're listening to Vedic Productivity Talks, where we raise and grow 1% every day the Vedic way. And this is day 11 of the Raise of the Karyan 30-day discipline series. Today we learn how to move through difficulty without quitting. The dip feels confusing because just when you expect things to become easier, they become harder again. Your mind resists, you feel less motivated, you feel like skipping your routine, and this creates doubt. Maybe I'm not disciplined. Maybe this is not working. This is where most people stop, not because they cannot continue, but because they misinterrupt the phase. In Vedic philosophy, growth is not linear. There is a principle of Tapas, discipline, effort with awareness. Tapas is not comfortable. It involves friction, it involves resistance, but that resistance is not a barrier. It is a sign of transformation. When you practice consistently, the mind begins to change, and during that change, it resists. That resistance is the dip. Your mind is used to old patterns, distractions, comfort, avoidance. When you introduce discipline, you are changing those patterns. The mind tries to pull you back, not because it wants to harm you, but because it wants familiarity. So, the dip is simply the mind saying, this is new, let's go back to what is comfortable. Karyans, today's action is very powerful. We don't fight the dip, we move through it consciously. What are you supposed to do? Step number 1, recognize the dip. Say to yourself, this is normal. Awareness removes confusion. Step number 2, reduce intensity, not consistency. You don't need to do everything perfectly, just continue the habit in a smaller way. Consistency matters more than intensity. Step number 3, return to basics. Focus on simple action. One task, one focus window, one sankalpa. Keep it simple. Step number 4, stay committed. Discipline is not about feeling good, it is about showing even when it feels hard. I've seen this again and again. People who understand the dip, they don't quit. They adjust, they continue, and after a few days, they move to the next level of clarity because the dip is not the end, it is a transition point. Fast for a moment, Karyans. Ask yourself, am I experiencing the dip right now? And if yes, can I continue anyway, even in a small way? Today is day 11 of the Race of the Karyan series. This is where discipline becomes real. Not when it feels easy, but when it feels hard and you still continue. The dip is not your enemy, the dip is your gateway towards growth. Let's grow just 1% every day the Vedic way. If you are still here on day 11, you are already a different person. Comment day 11 done. I stayed through the dip. And if you're committed to this journey, make sure you subscribe to Vedic Productivity Talks because let's rise together as a Karyans. Until then, I wish you to be very productive and have a great day. Bye. Jai Hind.